Hey everyone, welcome to the results video of the Go Karts mini contest. In this contest everybody had to make a go-kart track on a 20 by 20 tile plot of land. So not a lot of space to work with, but of course that's how these mini contests go. Alright, I will go through all these entries. I will start with the one that got last place and I will finish by announcing who is the winner of this round. Okay, in last place we have this entry from the Claude QC. Now, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I think it's quite a bit better than most of his previous entries. I actually quite like this grid-like land that's used for the track. It is still quite unusual, and the map itself is also still very random. So yeah, that's probably also why it got a bit of a lower score. For example, these I see 3 kinds of trees in the map, and yeah, maybe it would be nice if for next round you select some trees that go well together with their colors. Also, for example, there's still the default park entrance here. I think it will look much nicer if you hide that. Yeah, overall, yeah, the entry is alright. Something else which I would probably do is, well, for example, there's several shops and stalls here which are invisible. I think it will look nicer if you actually make them visible, or for example you could put an entertainer here behind the counter just to make it look like actually stuff is being sold here. Okay, here's the entry from Only Chaos DJ. He made this wide go-karts track. It's a simple shape, so it's just an oval. There's actually also some cars parked here next to the track. You see the guests waiting here to leave the track. Now I'm not actually sure if they're actually gonna drive at some point. It does take quite a while. It's often the case with go-karts that have been transformed into a lift ride type. For some reason it makes them wait a long time in the beginning. Yeah, I can see what the issue here is. That's the station for the ride is actually too short for the amount of go-karts that are used here. So the last car never actually makes it to the station, and that's why it's stuck like this forever. So yeah, that's why most people rated it down. So the building here, a little bit simple. Yeah, definitely a room for improvement here. But still, it's a nice entry from Only Chaos DJ. But next time, please make sure that your ride actually functions before you send in the map. Okay, the next entry is from Savvy Adam. Now this one already has a bit more detail than the previous map. But still, most of it is just foliage and dirt track. So yeah, so just some extra decorations probably would have made it stand out more. Also, again, it takes quite a while for these go-karts to leave, and it actually has the same issue as the previous entry. For example, if I speed up the game a bit, well, I'm speeding it up a lot now. Yeah, speeding it up now, and now a lot of the go-karts are behind each other, and yeah, they won't actually leave anymore because again, the last cart never makes it to the station. So yeah, that's a bit sad. Yeah, when you make a go-kart track, always remember to make your station long enough that all the carts would fit after each other in the map. Now, something which I actually like to do in these maps is, let me quickly turn on the allow arbitrary ride type changes cheat, and let's turn it into a go-karts again. So if we take the last piece of the station here, and we could, for example, remove this track piece and actually paste the last piece of the station here. Now, if we then reopen the ride, now the oh wait, I should double close it. Now open it again. Alright, now the cards are all here, and by doing this, I have actually extended the station. So now the cards will think they're in the station when they're here. So now it should no longer get stuck here. But when you do this, you have to be careful that you don't accidentally create another station for the ride. And as you can see now, the go-karts will never get stuck here anymore. Alright, next entry is from Fault Boys Cotton. he made this really nice castle with this go-kart track here in the middle. I quite like this castle. Some nice simple walls here. It looks pretty beautiful. Maybe would have looked nice, but some entertainers maybe walking on the wall, something like that. I also like this building that Faultboy's cousin made here. Some nice decorations around the track as well. Castle is sadly a little bit glitchy in spots, but yeah, from most of the angles it's not too noticeable. Yeah, just a very nice entry. It's also nice that this door looks like it could actually work. Alright, here's the entry from Raymond L. Now what I like is his very unique take on this contest. He made a drag race strip, something like that. Drag race track is probably what I should say. So yeah, the go-karts, they start here next to each other and they race all the way here to the end where the guests then get out, and then the go-karts disappear. So yeah, they disappear into the ground and then return back into the station. But yeah, so I think it's quite cool to see someone have a completely different take on this contest. No, that's very nice. Also a nice grandstand next to the track. Although I'm not really sure how much the guests would actually be able to see of the drag race. Now, this is a little bit glitchy in some spots, like for example over here. Not really sure if the wooden coaster track is the best way to emulate stairs. And something which could definitely be improved is the usage of this rock floor here. Yeah, other ground textures typically will look much nicer than this rock floor. I typically only use this in small patches and usually only when there's height differences. So yeah, maybe some other material could have been used here instead of this rocky floor. But still, overall, I think this is very nice and unique entry from Raymond L. Okay, here's the entry from Lurker. Now, once again, I think it's a very charming entry. It's just a small map with these tiny buildings that Lurker loves to create. Some beautiful landscaping. Just some simple trees spammed around. Yeah, there are spots throughout this entry, also here in the middle. I really like that. Also a little bumper boat ride here in the middle. Nice little bridge as well. And of course the Lurker sunset palette to set the mood in this entry. Yeah, I think it's just a very like I already said, it's a very charming entry. Just beautiful little gardens. Just Lurker his typical style. I really like this. Great job. Okay, here's the entry from Kazulius. Now he actually made all the go-karts go in two separate directions. So actually there's two go-kart tracks. One's called Shortcut, ? And the other is, I'll probably have to pause it. The other one's called Froome Circuit. So quite a chaotic scene here with all these go-karts passing through each other. But definitely fun to watch. Oh, it's quite a chaotic track here. Lots of different ground textures, but I really like the way this looks. Just lots of fun stuff to see here. It's also a podium here, or a stage where the winners get crowned. Here you see Kazulius, Dirklink, and Emil. Also Amy here cheering for Dirklink. Yeah, it's a very cool entry. I also really like the foliage here. Also some of these Japanese snowball trees here buried into the floor to be used as grass. So some funny ads here. Yeah, it's a really fun entry from Kazulius. And also Handyman 11 here walking on the road. Oh no! Alright. Yeah, really nice entry from Kazulius. Alright, here's the entry from Dogs. Now this was one of my favorite entries of the round. There's just so many nice details in this entry. For example, you can see all these cars here that are stuck in a traffic jam. And actually a lot of them have these have these smoke particles coming from them. So he must have crashed a ton of vehicles on top of these cars to make all this. So yeah, it must have taken quite a while to to construct everything in this small entry. I also love all the cars that are stuck here. Seems like the traffic is still moving a little bit here. So yeah, there's a small go-kart track here with just 2 go-karts. I like how they travel around all these cones, doing all these silly tricks. It's just a very charming entry, and I guess this displays their time through the track here. But it just looks so fun. You can actually see some parked cars here, also some parked cars. Yeah, there's all these tires, these traffic cones. It just looks so much fun. So yeah, it's definitely nice to also see dogs participate in one of these mini contests once. So yeah, great job from dogs, and like I already said, this was one of my favorite entries. Okay, here's the entry from Chuggers. No, he actually recreated the Monaco circuit. So yeah, I believe these go-karts also have the colors of the actual Formula 1 teams. And it's just so much fun to see them go around here. It brings me back to the first go-kart contest that we did, the wide go-karts contest. Their players actually had to make a full-size map, and players, actually 2 players in that round also recreated this circuit. So it's fun to actually see someone do this again in this mini contest. Now, while the circuit is fun, I do think it's a little bit a shame that there's not actually any guests in the go-karts. Yeah, probably was quite difficult to fit them in, but maybe with some by moving entrances and exits, it probably would have been quite possible to actually get enough guests for this ride. But yeah, still, I think these buildings, they look very nice. Yeah, they look like scaled down buildings, but probably that's also because this is such a small map. But still, even though their scale looks a bit smaller, I think the buildings all look very nice. So yeah, wonderful job on this Monaco circuit recreation. Okay, here's entry from Mulpje. Now, it's a Mulpje entry, so once again there's beautiful landscape. Excuse me, there's beautiful landscaping. So I love the way Mulpje did these temples and these overhanging rocks, these waterfalls here. But also again, Mulpje made usage of this trick where you can actually make it look like there's a cutout in the rocks. Pretty difficult trick to perform, but Mulpje did a really nice job here, and especially looks good with this waterfall now coming from the middle of this rock here. There's some really nice bridges here as well. So yeah, Mulpje did a real wonderful job on that. Also love these towers here. Although the only thing I didn't really like about this map is, yeah, I'm not really sure if this dirt and this grassy dirt is the nicest texture for a go-kart track. But still, I think it looks wonderful, and Mulpje did a really nice job at this. Okay, here's the entry from Hobion. I believe he was still going to submit a story for the park when he submitted it, but he actually forgot, so he didn't have a story. But even without a story, this entry is just so much fun to watch. So yeah, the go-karts actually travel all throughout these buildings here. There's actually also some roads here next to these pedestrian paths where the go-karts also travel. And what I actually like is that he made some crossings here for the guests, and they will actually wait when the go-karts pass by. You can actually see it happening over here right now, and you can see the guests actually waiting here for the go-karts to pass. Although they are a little bit impatient sometimes. But yeah, these buildings, they are beautiful. Just a lot of different nice textures. I think they've been combined very well. So some spots with a little bit of a different color. yeah, and these buildings all have a really nice and interesting roof shape. So it's just really fun to watch these buildings, but also to watch the go-karts travel throughout them. Great work from Hobion. Alright, next up we have the entry from Risiko. Now he actually went with a different vehicle type. These are the caveman carts, and he used them because they look more like those sprint cars. They usually have a big wing above them, and it's a figure 8 track. Probably not the best configuration for a racetrack, but in the story it also said collisions guaranteed. So that will probably be the result of such a layout. But still, it's fun to watch them go around. And I actually like that the way he did these banked curves here, using these wooden coaster tracks and these mine train coaster tracks. It just looks believable as banked go-kart track. Also some nice buildings around here as well. Some ads around. Oh wait, there's actually a sign that indicates the lap numbers. A really nice stage also next to the track, and looks like it sells snacks and drinks here. So pretty cool. Some other decorations next to the track here. There's a surface track. So yeah, just a wonderful entry from Risiko. And once again, I just really like these entries, which take a little bit of a different take on these on the go-kart concept, and this is definitely one of them. Okay, in third place we had this entry from Ovenwood. He went for a cars theme, so I believe it was called something like Radiator Springs go-kart track, something like that. Can probably Radiator Springs Racing Cup. So you can see these go-karts go around. I actually like that he went for something quite unrealistic. So first off, the go-karts immediately jump over the paths here. It's already quite fun. Some more jumps here in the track over these cacti, over the water here. So it's a fun entry to watch, and also has some of these nice cars decorations. Yeah, you can see several of these cars throughout the park, made with some really nice scenery. I especially love this one. Just a lot of different track pieces I used to make this tow truck. It looks pretty cool, especially this red car in the middle. I think it's also done in a really nice way. It just looks so fun. These buildings here, they're all beautiful. Some are quite simple, but I think Ovenwood did a really nice job at creating these buildings here. So the outside of the map also looks quite fun with this checkered flag pattern, but also these different cars on the side. So yeah, it's a very fun entry from Ovenwood, and I definitely recommend you to go check it out yourself. You can download all these entries from my Discord server, by the way. Just look for the mini contest archive. And therefore, every round you can download all the entries and check them out for yourself. I really recommend you check them out for yourself, because I really cannot cover all the details in these short videos. Okay, there's just 2 entries remaining now. I will first show both of them, and then after that I will reveal which one is the winner of this round. Okay, here's the entry from Whacked. Now, he just put a ton of detail into his map. So you could actually see the go-karts go around here through these warehouses. Now, I love these trucks that he made. They just look amazing. Also with a little sign saying Manticorp. I believe Manticorp was someone who made a few of these trucks in a previous entry, I believe, or maybe he just made them. I don't know. I believe that's why it says Manticorp, but maybe it's just a play on the name. I'm not really sure. Either way, these trucks, I think they look amazing. There's just so many nice details on them, and it's sometimes hard to believe it's actually done without using any custom scenery. Of course, there's not just trucks here. There's all kinds of other nice details. All the decorations on the roofs of these buildings are nice, but also the buildings themselves. I think they look wonderful. Just fun little details throughout the map, fun little scenes. And also the go-kart track itself. I think it's also fun how it travels through these warehouses here. Let's quickly do a cutaway view. Yeah, you can also see these buildings have also been decorated here on the inside. So lots of nice little details can be found here as well. Yeah, it looks like he misspelled my name. Yeah, also a forklift here with the go-kart travel under. Might not be the safest thing in the world. But yeah, who needs realism here, right? Okay, yeah, I think it's a wonderful entry from Whacked. Once again, go download it, check it out for yourself. There's just too many details for me to mention them all in this video. Okay, and here's the final entry. This is the entry from Enox. Now, he made this entry, which kind of looks like a arcade game of sorts, because you have all these controllers here next to the track, and apparently those are used to actually control these cards through this layout. I think this layout looks wonderful here. Actually fun how the go-karts travel around this building here. Also this yeah, just how the map looks looks like something out of this world. And yeah, I just love how it's framed by these monorail walls here. Also with foliage sitting here next to the track. A little bit glitchy here here on the sides, but yeah, I think the map just looks so nice that it's barely noticeable. Only when the go-karts drive over it. Yeah, just the wonderful details throughout the map here. So nice water tower. These buildings, they are small, but they just look really nice. So nice layering. Also love, for example, different materials for the bottom floor and the first floor, stuff like that. It just makes your buildings look so much nicer. Yeah, just a wonderful entry once again from Enox. It just looks really nice. Alright, now it's time to reveal which one of these last two entries is the winner of the Mini Go Kart contest. The winner... Let me quickly change the weather. The winner of the Mini Go Kart contest is... Enox! Okay, there was a small difference in points between the two, but Enox eventually won the round. So yeah, beautiful entries from both of these players. A lot of beautiful entries from all the players actually. Yeah, I think this was a really fun contest to watch. Just lots of nice entries from all these players. I heard from the players that they actually kind of like these mini contests where they have to create a certain ride type. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit less labor intensive than these monthly ride creation contests where you have to build on a larger map. So yeah, definitely planning on doing more of these contests in the coming year. I hope you enjoyed watching all these entries. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a like. It would really help out my channel. And I'll see you again in the next video. See you later.